LYFT recently put out some new terms of service and it's making some drivers in the community become a little concerned. LYFT just sent me an updated terms of service. I'm not signing that. Basically, it states you cannot sue them if you take them to court. You have to go to arbitration. And here's what the updated terms of service actually says. You and LYFT mutually agree to waive our respective rights to resolution of disputes in a court of law by a judge or jury and agree to resolve any disputes by arbitration. And while all of that sounds pretty concerning, it's not new. A quick Google search led me to Reddit, which showed that we've been agreeing to this for at least 5 years. But is this even legal? A woman by the name Latrice Saxton sued her employer, Southwest Airlines, over forced arbitration. The Supreme Court ruled that she was in the right and that Southwest had no grounds for forcing her into arbitration, the same way LYFT is trying to force us into arbitration too. The only reason that she was able to convince the Supreme Court that she was in the right is because the law that governs forced arbitration doesn't apply to transportation workers. So now you might be thinking that, hey, I work for LYFT, I drive people around, I must be a transportation worker. And this is where loophole number 2 comes to screw us over. If we look at LYFT's terms of service under their disclaimers, section 12, the following disclaimers are made on behalf of LYFT. LYFT does not provide transportation services and LYFT is not a transportation carrier. It is up to the driver to decide whether or not to offer a ride to a rider contacted through the LYFT platform. So technically, yes, you are a transportation worker. You are your own transportation company. But the relationship between you and LYFT is not one of transportation. Just because that's how it is legally, that's how it is in writing and on the terms of service, doesn't mean that I agree that this is fair. I don't think it's fair, but there is something that we can do about it. LYFT gives us a way that we can opt out of arbitration. If you have not previously agreed to an arbitration provision and do not wish to be the subject of this arbitration agreement with respect to driver claims, you may opt out of the arbitration with respect to driver claims by notifying LYFT in writing of your desire to opt out of arbitration for such driver claims, which writing must be dated, signed, and delivered by electronic mail to arbitrationoptout@lyft.com. The writing must include the name, phone number, and email addresses associated with the user account, and the email containing the signed writing must be sent within 30 days after the date of this agreement is executed by you. So there you have it. You can write something to opt out, but my way of opting out is a little bit different. The best way for me to opt out is to put myself in a financial position to where I never need to use LYFT again. And if that's something you're interested in learning from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button.